Good morning. Today is Monday, November 2, 2020. UAE minister backs Emmanuel Macron's remarks on Muslims. Anwar Gargash rejects accusations against French president that he seeks to exclude Muslims. A prominent United Arab Emirates minister, Anwar Gargash, has called on Muslims to accept the stance of French President Emmanuel Macron on his claims about the need for integration. In Western societies, Muslims have to listen carefully to what Macron said in his speech. He doesn't want to isolate Muslims in the West, and he is totally right, Anwar Gargash, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, said in an interview on Monday with the German daily Die Welt. He said Muslims need to be integrated in a better way in Western nations. The French state has the right to search for ways to achieve this in parallel with combating extremism and societal closure, he added. Gargash rejected accusations against the French president that he seeks to exclude Muslims living in France. The Emirati minister's statements come amid ongoing protests in the Arab and Muslim world against Macron's remarks on Islam, in which he accused Muslims of separatism and defended publishing the controversial cartoons of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, following intense boycott campaigns of French products across the Arab and Muslim world. Macron lowered his tone and said he understood the feelings of Muslims over the cartoons. I understand the sentiments being expressed and I respect them, the French president said in an exclusive interview with Al Jazeera on Saturday. But you must understand, my role right now, it's to do two things: to promote calm and also to protect these rights. Macron said, I will always defend in my country the freedom to speak, to write, to think, to draw, he added. Tens of thousands of Muslims protest France's Islamophobia. Anger erupts in the Muslim world over caricatures depicting the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and President Macron's comments on Islam. The angry protesters carried signs reading, World Muslims United, Macron will pay a high price, Stop Islamophobia, and Macron is the Satan. We urge the government to convey our anger to France and boycott French products until France offers a public apology for what it has done to Muslims, said Akram ul-Haq, a protester. About 10,000 people marched through Karachi, Pakistan's biggest city. Demonstrations in Pakistan's capital Islamabad turned violent as some 2,000 people who tried to march towards the French embassy were pushed back by police firing tear gas and beating protesters with batons. Crowds of demonstrators hanged an effigy of French President Emmanuel Macron from a highway overpass after pounding it furiously with their shoes. Several demonstrators were wounded in clashes with police as authorities pushed to evict them from the Red Zone, a security area that houses Pakistan's diplomatic missions. As night fell, demonstrators staged a sit-in on a main road in Pakistan's eastern city of Lahore. Thousands of worshippers celebrating the Mawlid, the birthday of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, took to the streets, chanting anti-France slogans, raising banners and clogging main roads en route to a Sufi shrine. In Multan, a city in eastern Punjab province, thousands more torched an effigy of Macron and demanded that Pakistan sever ties with France and boycott French goods. Global crisis. Protests were also held in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. A few hundred demonstrators flocked towards the Palais des Pins, the official residence of the French ambassador to Lebanon, but found their way blocked by lines of police officers in riot gear. Waving black and white flags, the activists yelled, "At your service, O Prophet of God." Some slung stones at police who responded with tear gas. In Jerusalem, hundreds of Palestinians protested against Macron outside the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, chanting, "With our souls and with our blood we sacrifice for our Prophet Muhammad." Some youths scuffled with Israeli police as they exited the esplanade into the old city. Israeli police said they dispersed the gathering and detained 3 people. Scores more turned out in the Gaza Strip, where Hamas organized anti-France rallies at mosques across the territory it controls. Fathi Hamad, a Hamas official, addressed a demonstration at the Jabalia refugee camp, promising to stand together to confront this criminal offensive that harms the faith of about 2 billion Muslims, referring to depictions of the Muslim prophet. He reiterated Hamas authorities' appeal for Palestinians to boycott all French products. Thanks for watching. Newstime 9. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel and like this video.